how to know if your board needs wax. Spencer, how you doing?
How's it going, Nev?
Good. When was the last time you waxed your board?
I got the board and I haven't waxed it since, actually.
How long have you had this board for?
It's been about 5 years, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I was on the gondola with Spencer before and I was looking at his board and I noticed, hey, I feel like you would benefit from some wax. So I'm going to show you what I saw. Is that when I looked at his board, come on in as well, Spencer, you can see it almost looks like there's a lot of white to it, like almost like a hairiness. That there is a typical sign that your board needs to be waxed. If you look, for example, at my board, I'll pull this one up. There's a different color. It's not as easy to see on the yellow, but if you come up here, you won't see that hairiness. See, even on the black. Black is a really easy color of a base to be able to spot whether it needs to be waxed or not. So right. What you'll probably find is once you wax this board, it'll probably come up much darker.
And change in color.
And it'll look more black, yeah. But the main reason to wax is it's gonna make you a better rider.
Fair.
Okay, so is this the only board you ride?
As of right now, yeah. I'm hoping to get a new one soon, but.
Sweet. So most people think that you wax your board just to go faster. It's not really just about going faster, it's about having a smooth glide.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So what that means is that you're actually going to use less energy snowboarding if you have a nicely waxed board.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Do you ever find that when you're snowboarding with friends that other people are going faster than you?
Definitely.
Do you spot that?
Yeah, especially on the cat tracks around Whistler.
Okay, that is a really typical way to know whether your board needs to be waxed or not. If you're going everywhere and everyone's just bombing past you, it's probably because you got no wax on your board.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah, I just have to pick up more speed before the flats. That's my strategy right now. But
so, and don't misunderstand that it's not about going fast, it's about being a smoother snowboarder and using less energy while you snowboard.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so when it comes to waxing, a couple of different ways you can do it. You can go to a shop and get it done, or you can do it yourself. Have you done it yourself before?
I never have. I've watched it be done, but I've never done it myself. No.
Have you watched our tutorials where we show how to wax?
A long time ago, yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you're unsure how to wax and you want to save money, you want to do it yourself, we got some tutorials, snowboardaddiction.com, that teach you how to wax your snowboard. It's pretty easy to do yourself, especially if you've got someone who shows you how to do it the first time, or just watch our tutorials. Do you have any other questions on waxing?
I think I'm good for now. What about the other things on my base?
Okay,
any other things you notice? Or?
Well, we'll talk about it real quickly. Is that you got a couple of these different course shots and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's not that big a deal. I mean, like, it is. If you have a board that is completely like blemish free, it is going to ride better. It's going to ride smoother. And if you're like a racer or something, then that's really important.
Okay.
But for us freestyle snowboarders, like just snowboarders in general, it's not that big a deal. A couple of course shots, whatever. Obviously, it's when you get a new board, it's going to be nice and fresh, and that's great.
Yep.
You can get these fixed.
Okay.
You can fix them yourself, or you can pay a shop to do it. A shop will charge more to fix this kind of stuff.
Yep. And
depending on how bad it is, it gets to the point where it's not worth it.
Right. You're just being a perfectionist at that point.
Totally.
Kind of accept it, yeah.
Because there's one thing they can do called a base grind, where they run it through a machine that just really lightly grinds off part of the base.
Okay.
That'll get through a lot of like the little scratches.
Yeah.
The bigger scratches, they actually have to repair those. And they use a substance called PTX, which is what the base is made of. Okay. And they will actually either put PTX in this, or they'll put a patch in there to repair it. I think that's the only one on your base that I see that they would actually probably repair. Most of it would come out with a base grind and a fresh wax.
Okay, cool.
There's nothing wrong with this board at all. I mean, it looks fine. It's going to ride fine, but it's always nice to have new boards.
Agreed. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, hey guys, this is Nev Lapwood from Snowboard Addiction, and we're out here improving people's riding, doing live coaching. Thanks very much for watching. Our goal is to improve your riding.